we're going to take a look at gravity. I'm going to create a new ActionScript 3 file, and using the rectangle tool again, put an object on screen. I'll call it player as a symbol, and give it an instance name of player. And what we're going to do, so I've created this symbol, and what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to give it the impression of gravity. And the way we're going to do that is by going into the actions, and what I want it to do is I want it just to free fall. And if you think about it, it's going from the top to the bottom of the screen, so the Y value is going to be increasing all the time. Now, in the same way as that we add the enter frame event for the movement, we're going to use the enter frame event for this particular. So I'm going to go into code snippets and add an enter frame event, and in place of that trace I'm going to change the player.y to increment, and what that does is it should just move it 1 pixel per frame, and 24 frames a second, that's going to be 24 pixels. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to put that up at the top of the screen and then run it, and there we have gravity. Now the only thing about this is it's just going to keep going and keep going, basically forever. It'll go off the screen, but it'll still be moving. So we need to find a way of stopping it. And how about that we have it that when it reaches the bottom of the screen, that it then stops. Now if you remember, the reference point is actually this top corner. So let's just look at the actions, and we're looking at the movement. Instead of just moving it, I'll just take these comments out, and I'm going to actually say that if player.y is greater than, now it's the bottom of the screen. Now if you remember, the bottom of the screen is the height of the stage, so it's stage dot stage height. If player.y is greater than stage height. Now we need to do a bit of tweaking on this. Well, basically we're saying we're only going to move it if it's above, so if it's less than the height of the stage. So if I run that, it's going to have a bit of an issue. The issue being that the reference point is going to make sure that it goes to the bottom of the screen, and you'll just not be able to see it. So we need to take into consideration the height of the actual player itself. So is less than stage height minus player dot height. Okay, and make sure you balance your braces, so we've got a bracket there and a bracket there. So if player.y is less than stage height minus player.height, then move it. Otherwise it just ignores it. So let's test that. I'll just move it down a bit so that we're not waiting forever for that one. And there you go, it's just sat on the bottom. In the next video we'll be looking at using hit test to stop it when it actually reaches a platform.